All right. Great morning, everyone. We're about to get this training started in just a few moments. Definitely going to give some time for everybody to jump on, log in for our Goal Director training. All right, I see you jumping on. This is Pam McCray coming to you live out of Miami, Florida. Definitely go ahead and send out those last minute text messages to all of your team so that they can jump on and hear how to go director, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Saturday to each and every one of you. And we're going to get this training started in just a few moments. All right. Happy Saturday. Send out those text messages. We're going to give it about another minute, ladies and gentlemen, before we get this training going. So definitely grab that pen and paper, get yourself set up so that you can find out how you can take your business to the next level. I don't know about you, but I know without a shadow of a doubt that this year is the year of miracles. And so when you begin to believe it and you begin to walk it and you begin to do the work, that is when miracles will begin to happen. So we're going to get this training and started in just about another 30, 60 seconds. We're going to go over some information, some activity in order to help your business go to the next level and in order for you to get this thing done in 2016. So let's give it about another few moments. All right. I know we're live. We're going to get this started in just a minute. Project 1000 in full effect, where we know without a shadow of a doubt that we are going to help 1,000 families make six figures this year, 2016. And I don't know about you, but I am excited. So let's go ahead and get this training going this morning. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, happy Saturday. This is your National Director, Pam McCray, just fired up and excited and thankful and honored to be sharing on this platform with you this morning. I know that a lot of you are jumping on right now saying, what do I need to do in order to knock out director? If you're just getting started here at this phenomenal company, I just want to say congratulations. Welcome to the team. Welcome to your year of miracles, because this is the company where so many things are happening. So much opportunity is taking place. Lives are being changed physically, financially, and emotionally. And all you got to do is, number one, believe. Number two, become the person that you need to become. And guess what? Go to work and you will accomplish your goals. So my goal today is to not just sip on some tea. How many of you have had your cup of tea this morning? But to really share some powerful information with you on how to go ahead and get this thing done. You know, when I think back 14 months ago and where we all began, ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to know that it's just basic things that you need to begin to implement into your business on a daily basis. And when you begin to implement these things and duplicate them and be consistent, guess what? That is when you'll begin to see the success happen for you over here at TLC. So it's all about consistency. It's all about focusing. It's all about doing the right activities in order to grow your business. And when you begin to do these simple things and you get very redundant with it, see, it's basic things that you have to get very good at. So when you realize that, and it's not so much about recreating the wheel, but it's really about plugging into the system, a proven system that has already been set into place in order to grow your business, then that's when things are going to go to the next level. You see, we have some pluses taking place over here at TLC, and now is the time to seize the moment. It's not by chance that we have the #1 female network marketer in the entire world that is actually our leader here within our movement, Miss Stormy Wellington. But not only is she the #1 female network marketer in the entire world, ladies and gentlemen, she is the top African-American female income earner in the entire world. We also have none other than Mr. Kenny Lloyd, who is the #3 VP of sales in the entire world. And we are the fastest growing momentum-based company in the entire world. So ladies and gentlemen, what we have here are some powerful products that Mr. Jack Fallon has introduced to us. And when we realize that now is the time to dig in and to seize the moment, because we are in the formulation stages. We are in the ground floor stages. And so those of you that not just get in, but take immediate action in order to build your business, then you are going to be the ones to actually reap the benefits. So your goal here is to not just expose these products, not just to expose this company, but your goal here is to take massive action. Because you see, no one right now knows about Total Life Changes, okay? We've been around in the United States for 2 years. And you can go out and ask our flagship question, who do you know that wants to lose 5 pounds? Or have you heard of the IASOT? Or have you heard of TLC? And guess what? 9.9 times out of 10, people have not heard. So there's gonna come a time and day, there's gonna come a day and time in which we are now a household name, like some other top companies. I'm not gonna mention any names, but they've been around for a long time, because I myself have been a part of this industry even as a child, because my parents introduced network marketing to me. But guess what? When you think about it, those companies are around, they are household names, and the people that got in the forefront, that got in the beginning, that stayed focused and that didn't give up, they are the ones reaping the benefits, sitting right now on the beaches of the world with that residual income coming over and over and over again. So that's the reason why you gotta not just get in, but you gotta figure out how much of the marketplace do you wanna dominate when TLC is now a household name. And when you set those goals and you figure out what you want out of it, your activity has to line up with your goals. See, we have a goal here within our team, and we have our vision, which is we're going to help 1,000 families make 6 figures in 2016. It's not a question of will we get it done. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a question of will you be one. My husband and I are just that confident. All of the leaders that share the platform underneath Coach Stormy Wellington, we believe from the bottom of our heart that it is going to get done. Now you have to make the decision that you are going to be one of those families, but you got to give us something to work with, because you have to know that even though you can leverage us and that we are here to help you to succeed, you have to take responsibility for your own business. See, the beautiful thing about network marketing is that you own a business. You're not in business by yourself, but it is your business. So you have to take the responsibility to not just get in and join the team, but you got to make a decision that you're going to get in, join the team, be that team player, but you want to get into the game. So there's some activities that you want to do. So let me go ahead and start off the presentation this morning. And let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes, so you know exactly what you need to do by the end of this training. And obviously, your goal is to go director, okay? So now the first thing that you want to make sure is happening, ladies and gentlemen, is that, all right, I think I got it. Yeah, is that you are plugging into the system. All right, so that's the first thing. Make sure that you are plugging into the system. And by plugging into the system that has been put into place, it means that the first place that you want to start, there's some numbers on this screen. And this webinar will actually replay. So if you missed this information, just go back and watch it. But you want to start off with the getting started call. And there's that number on the screen, the 518-777-4064. We have a training website where everyone should go to. It's the training, TLCreps.com. We also do this training on this platform, and you can always go back and watch the latest training by going to that link that you're on today, the goaldirector.info. We also have a Monday night team call up underneath Coach Stormy Wellington, where different leaders share on that platform every Monday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't have the time, so note that down. It's 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and there is the number. If you ever miss it, you can go back and listen to the replay. As a matter of fact, I did the training last Monday, and that training is going to stay up until the next leader does the training on this coming Monday. And I talked a lot about the activity, the necessary activity, the right activity in order to build your business. So you can always listen to that information. The 24-hour opportunity, that's a tool that you could use to share with different prospects, to put them in front of the information. Nate and I recruit people all the time by dropping them on this call. We simply say, hey, there's a call starting in about 2 minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Are you available? And you put them on this line. And then our online presentation, if someone's looking for a visual, there's a lot out there, but Coach Stormy has one on project50kreloaded.com. And we also have daily live opportunity calls every night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you see the number, and that number is also our Wake Up and Win number that takes place every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there's the same number for that. So ladies and gentlemen, that's the first thing that you want to do, is you want to make sure that you are plugging into the system. I can't even emphasize that enough, because so many people get into businesses like ours and they never plug in. They get in, they sign the dotted line, they click yes on go, I want to join TLC, but they never plug into the system, which means guess what? You never end up growing in your business. You never become a part of the culture. You never begin to implement the necessary things in order to grow your business. So you want to make sure that not only you're plugging in, but as you bring people into your organization, you want to make sure that you are now forwarding this information to them, because it's your responsibility. You owe it to them, because people don't buy into companies. People buy into you. They buy into the products. They buy into you because they believe that you can help lead them to a different level in life. And so that's the reason why, if you find yourself not being able to recruit people like you want to, take a look in the mirror, okay, and see, what do you need to change about you? What do you need to do in order to become the person that you need to become in order to attract the people that you want to attract into your business? So if you're somebody who can stand to lose 5 pounds in 5 days, do it, ladies and gentlemen, because it will open your business tremendously. So you just got to take a look and see, what do you have to do? Do you need to read some books? As you can see, all of these books, okay? That's all I do is read, and I listen to audios. I grow. Remember, Pam McCray was once very shy. I couldn't even sit in front of this webinar and talk to you guys. I couldn't stand in front of a room. I couldn't do an opportunity call. It was books like Make It Count Today, How Successful People Win, How Successful People Think, How Successful People Lead, How Successful People Grow, The Magic of Believing, all of these books. That's when I began to grow, because I began to develop myself. So make sure that you are plugging into the system. Don't become this island where you're all by yourself and you feel like you got it all and you could do this, because I guarantee you that the island is the kiss of death to not just you and you falling by the wayside and you losing momentum, but as you're bringing people into this business, it's going to be the kiss of death for them, because this is a relationship building business. Okay, we operate as a team in businesses like this, so people need to feel connected. So you got to make sure that you're connected and that you are also plugging your team in to be connected. So now let's move on. All right, so that's plugging in. So now the next thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you set some goals. Okay, when you get into this business, you want to, number one, know your why. Why do you want to do TLC? What is the very reason why you said yes to Total Life Changes? And when you know your why, that why is going to be the very thing that keeps you going. As a matter of fact, I was going through our team group last night, and I was just looking at some of the pictures and where people wrote down their goals months ago, and they wrote down their why. And I was just sitting there saying, I wonder where these people are today. Some of them I know because we communicate with them all the time, but some of them it's like we haven't heard from in a while. So your why, was your why really big enough? Because your why has to be the very thing that's going to keep you going, that's going to cause you to fly, that when the challenges come, you're not going to give up. Because I'm gonna tell you, ladies and gentlemen, those challenges are going to come. Businesses like this take work. You are going to see some no's, but that why is going to be the very thing that keeps you going past those no's. So you want to set some goals. A 1 week goal. If you're just getting started in this business, or perhaps today is the day in which you say, you know what, today is my new start date. Okay, because the beautiful thing about businesses like this is that every day is a new day. So you want to start, what's your 1 week goal, your 30-day goal, your 60-day, your 90-day? Are you going to be one of the 1,000 families that make 6 figures by December 31st, 2016? What is your income goal? And be real with yourself. If you're not going to do the work to earn 6 figures, then don't feel like you should be one of the ones to earn 6 figures. But perhaps you got into this and you want to earn an extra $250 a week, $1,000 a week. And all of those are great goals because people want different things in life, but make sure that you attach some income to those goals. How are you going to get it done? The next thing, obviously, when you get in, is you want to get yourself binary qualified. You want 2 people in 72 hours in order to begin to build this business. You want to also make sure that you're booking your first transformation party the day you get started. You see, it takes about 5 days to receive your product in the mail, and too many people don't get those parties booked right away. And what ends up happening is that they never end up having the home party. The next thing is that you want to schedule your launch call, your virtual grand opening. We call them VGOs. And this is a great way to jumpstart your business. I'm going to talk about that in just a few moments, because the goal here, ladies and gentlemen, is for you to go director. But in order to go director, there's certain activities that are going to have to be done in order for you to get it done, so that it's not just that you hit the rank, but you want the rank to be solid. Okay, so by doing the right activity, by building the business in the proper way, then you're gonna find that when you go director, because that's what it's all about, you go director, and going director is honestly the key to the compensation plan. So once you go director, your next goal is to what? Help other people in your organization go director. And when you take the focus off of yourself and you focus on other people in your team to help them go director, you're gonna look up, and guess what? You'll be an executive director. Then you're gonna look up and you're gonna be a regional director. You'll look up and then you'll go national and global and ambassador. But just know that you gotta take the focus off of you and continue to focus on creating those directors. And that's how, you know, we're going to get it done as far as knocking out the director aspect of our business. All right, so now that's where we are with the goals. And then the next thing that we want to do here within getting things going in our business is we want to become a product of the product. Ladies and gentlemen, that is so key when you're building a business like this, is that the first thing, once you get this product in your hand, and I always recommend that when someone gets started, that you purchase 2 packs of tea from your sponsor. You know, even if they're not there in your area, I know what we do is when people get started, because it can take 5 days for you to get your product. Well, why wait 5 when you can have some in 1 or 2? So, you know, simply putting it in the mail, we priority it out so that the person will have it in 2 days. But if you're right there, you definitely want to make sure that you get some tea in your pocket, in your hands right away, not in your pocket, in your hands, so you can go home and boil it, so that you can become a product of the product, okay? You want to also make sure that you set yourself up on a proper auto ship, okay? Your auto ship is going to guarantee your paycheck. Without that auto ship, if you fall inactive, guess what? All of your income, all of your commissions will go down the drain. So in order to qualify for a paycheck, you want to at least have 40. But when you're talking about going director, which is the reason for this training today, you want to just go in and make sure you have at least 80 QD in volume. That's ordering about 2 products a month in order to get that done. Remember, all of our products have volume attached to them. So for instance, the IASO tea, 1 month supply of that, we pay about $45 for it, but it has 40 QD attached to it. So now you can take and you can add a bottle of NRG to that, which is about $50. It has 40 QD. Now you have 80 QD ready in order to now knock out your director rank. But now we highly recommend that if you are in the position to just go ahead, get in and set your auto ship to 120 QD, go ahead and set it and forget it. Because number one, you're going to need the product. Remember, we got to become a product of the product. So you want to go ahead and set up that 120 QB auto ship to make sure that now you are set, because you can go all the way to the compensate, all the way to the top of the company with just 120 QB to qualify you for your paycheck. And then you want to make sure you're using these products because you want to lead with your own testimony. And then you want to make sure that you are now sharing your testimony. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a testimony I'm sure that some of you probably have seen on social media where we've gone back to the basics. Okay, I actually started this a couple of days ago, the Slim PM, and as you can see on the scale, posting my testimony, becoming a product of the product. I can't emphasize enough how important it is to become the product of the product, and then begin to lead with your own very personal testimony. Because at the end of the day, people are going to ask you, and people want to see, what has it done for you? So you can share everybody else's testimony all day long, but guess what? You're not going to really be passionate about this business until you try the product for yourself. If I would have never tried this IASO tea, I would not be passionate about this IASO tea. But when I began to drink this tea, all right, and I lost 20 pounds in 31 days every time I talk about this little pack of tea, what do you think it does for me? I light up, right? Because this product was the product that changed my life. And so as a result of this product and me becoming that product of the product, now when I mention, who do you know that wants to lose 5 pounds in 5 days, I'm excited. Because I immediately leave with my testimony. Let me tell you, I was able to lose 20 pounds in 31 days, feeling great. This product has helped me to be able to maintain my weight, and I'm excited. Now, if I would have never tried the product, would you think I would be that passionate about it? So that's the reason why you want to make sure you become a product of the products, okay? Not just one product, but we take every single thing in our household because our products flat out work. And so no matter what a person may need or what a person may want from us, we have a testimony about the NutriVerse. We have a testimony about the Immune Oil. We have a testimony about all of these products because we use the products. So make sure that you are becoming a product of that product, ladies and gentlemen, so that now you are able to share your personal testimony with the entire world, everybody that you're coming in contact with. It is so, so important that you make sure that you are doing this, not just, every now and again, but every single day. The next thing that I want to share on this is that we really have to make sure that we are getting back to the basics, ladies and gentlemen. 14 months ago, we got started here at TLC. And when I tell you that 14 months ago, I would have never known that we would be sitting in a position where we are today with a phenomenal company with all of these life-changing products that are literally setting people free and bringing restoration to so many families around the world. So when we say get back to the basics, this is how we started. I wanted to show this to you. This is how we started 14 months ago. These just happen to be some feats of a few of our powerful leaders within our organization, because I tell you, we have sparked momentum within our team, ladies and gentlemen, because Coach Stormy Wellington, a couple weeks ago when we were in Atlanta, Georgia, she challenged everybody. She said, let's get back to the scales. And I didn't do it that Saturday, but that Monday, I said, you know what? Pam McCray is going to get back on the scale. And I got back on the scale, and I wanted to prove a point with the Slim PM. And so these are some feats, but this is where it all began. Look at the testimonies. And see, these are the things that we were posting on social media, because social media is a great avenue for you to be able to leverage and build your business. It's not the only thing. You just don't want to sit behind that computer and think you're going to be able to build this business like this. No, ladies and gentlemen, it takes work. That's the reason why we also tell you there's no magic system out there that you can buy or training that you could pay for. Everything that you need, your leaders are pouring into you for free. So know that the things that we share with you, these are the things that you need to begin to implement into your business in order to grow. So as you can see, look at this text message that came in December 2014 where the scale had moved. This was a customer testimony. This right here, another testimony of someone who had lost 2 pounds in one day, was excited. Someone on our team excited about her wedding day, lost so much weight. And ladies and gentlemen, this is where it all began. This is what we want to get back to, and we want to explode social media with these testimonies. And when we begin to do that, that is when the magic is going to begin to happen in our businesses. So we got to get back to the scales. Come Monday, every single body watching this webinar, you should be on some type of weight loss testimony if you need to lose weight. If you don't need to lose weight, find something else to fall in love with. My husband does not need to lose a pound. He's in love with that Chewy, all of the other products. And guess what? He shares his testimonies. He's in the gym. He's working out. He's doing something. You got to know, a good friend of ours, and I've been telling everybody on our team ever since I heard him say this, you got to know what you want to do over here is light yourself on fire and let everybody watch you burn. You got to set yourself apart from the average and the ordinary, ladies and gentlemen. And when you do that, you set yourself apart. That's when people are now going to attract to you. So what are you going to do differently? In 2016, you need to find a way to reinvent yourself. I was sharing with a young lady in our organization last night how if you go back through Pam McCray's timeline, okay, on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen, completely different person. When Coach Stormy used to call me Molly Housewife, oh my goodness, I look back and I was like, oh wow, I really looked and was a Molly Housewife. It's crazy because I look at the way I dress, I look at the way my hair was, and it's crazy. So sometimes in life, you got to reinvent yourself. Set yourself on fire and let others watch you burn. And I guarantee you, when they see the difference in you, that's when you're going to start to see an explosion take place in your organization. So we got to know that we got to get back to the basics and posting these scales, ladies and gentlemen, because that is where it all began. And we want to make sure that we are now getting back to exactly that. So let's challenge ourselves that, you know what, come Monday, we are going to put ourselves back on the scale and go ahead and get it done. The next thing on how to go ahead and knock out director, the right activity. See, everything over here requires you taking some action, okay? So it starts with you becoming that product of the product. Now you're on the scale, you're sharing your testimony, and we want to make sure that, number one, we immediately go out and we retail our products. Very simple. Do you or anyone you know want to lose 5 pounds in 5 days? Retail is very strong over here. Even if you cannot or do not even desire to build a team, you can create some very, very nice freedom money over here at TLC just by retailing our products, ladies and gentlemen. On our team alone, we have some superstars that go out and make thousands a week just by retailing the product. So retail is very, very key to our compensation plan and to you getting it done over here at TLC. The next thing I talked about briefly, virtual grand openings. You want to make sure that you launch your business Amateurs join, professionals launch. So you want to make sure that you're doing a private call once you create that list in order to launch your business, to let the world know that, you know what, I am now a part of TLC and I am proud. And I have some amazing products that are going to change your life. The home parties. Too many people don't book the home parties. For some reason, I don't know what it is. You know, they're afraid to actually do it, but you're gonna have fun at the home party. So let's do the home parties. You want to make sure that you are making a friend today. Go out, meet someone. Don't just pounce on people and say, hey, are you interested in a business opportunity? Or, hey, no, start a conversation. Oh, I love your hair. Can you tell me who's your hairstylist? Oh my goodness, I love your shoes. Can you tell me where'd you get those shoes from? Oh my goodness, you tried that meal? I was thinking about that. I saw the commercial on TV. How does that taste? Start a conversation with people. Build relationships with people. Then you could go into, so listen, have you heard of the IASOT? Do you or anyone you know want to lose 5 pounds in 5 days? Do you mind if I share some information? And can I get your number? What's a good time for me to get back to you? No, you don't have to sit there and have a conversation, a full conversation with people and simply, just throw up all on them, all that right then and there. No, make a friend today. Okay. And when you get back with that person, now you can say, you know what? Remember me? I met you and I was talking about those bad shoes you had on, girl. So now you're building relationships. Social media, obviously, another avenue. I kind of touched on that. These are all the right activity that you want to do to implement into your business. And events. And you got to know that you have to take massive exposure over here at TLC. Okay. So when you begin to do all of these things, you begin to implement these right activities into your business. Guess what? These are the very things that's now going to help you to go director. It's not rocket science. Going director is very, very easy. You simply need some volume on your left, 1,000 on your left, and 1,000 on your right. But guess what? In order to get this done, it's going to take activity. And when you do the activity, the volume that's attached to the products, the volume that's attached to the packages when people join you are now going to help you knock out director. So I hope all of that makes sense. And I really wanted to go into the activity aspect of this today, because that really is how you're going to go ahead and get director done. If you're not doing the activity, it's very impossible for the duplication to begin to take place in your organization and for the director level to be reached, and not just reached, but again, your goal should be to maintain director, not just to hit it one time, but to maintain the director level. So when you realize that, then, the activity obviously makes sense on how you're going to get it done. Now, how else are you going to go director? You need to make sure that you have an 8x10 calendar. Okay. Remember, this is a business. So when we realize that we need to build this business like a business and treat it like a business, if you want to get paid like you own a business, you want to treat it like a business. If you want to get paid like this is a hobby, okay, then build it like a hobby and be okay with just making a little bit of money here at TLC. But with your 8x10 calendar, there's a couple things you want to do. Number one, first and foremost, block out your spiritual and your personal development time. Figure out, is it 30 minutes? Is it an hour a day? Whatever you need to do in order to grow spiritually and personally, make sure you do that. The second thing, your family. Okay, what do you have? What obligations? You have a spouse, you have kids. Don't forget about them. Make sure that you block out the things that you need to do in order to have a business that is balanced. The third thing, now you have your business time. Whether it's 5 hours a week, 10 hours a week, block it out, ladies and gentlemen, so that now you're able to take that calendar and put on your calendar the home parties, the events, the launch calls that begin to take place in your organization, the networking events that you could go out and do, maybe scheduling an hour to say, you know what, I'm going to take the time to go out and make a friend today. Just remember that in everything that you do, that calendar is very important. But also when you get started in this business, everything starts with your list of contacts. Who do you know? Okay, remember that. Who do you know? And so you want to make sure that you build that list of contacts, that you create those two lists, a customer list and a business builder list of at least 50 people. Some people just stop at 50, knowing that they know 100 or 150. Don't stop. Remember, massive action is what you want over here at TLC. Now is not the time in a business like this where you want to pick and choose who you know. Now is the time in which you want to take massive action in order to get this thing done. So that means that you want to go through your phone and you want to not just scroll, but you know what? You want to get to this name and you want to write that person down. You want to get to that name and you want to write that person down. Why? Because you want every single body in the world to know that you are connected to TLC. They may tell you no at first. It's okay. It's a part of the process. You got to become no proof over here and realize that after so many no's, guess what? There's going to come a yes your way. So when you realize that and you just stay in activity mode and don't worry about those no's, get past it, okay? Fearless, no fear. Remember, fear will be the very thing that keeps you from your success that you want over here at TLC. So there's no time for fear. So if you're fearful, figure out a way to get over it. Do the very thing that you fear. That was how I got over it. I didn't like standing in front of the room, so what did I do? I would get in front of the room. My husband always believed in me more than I believed in myself, so I would have him, hey, you do this, you do this. He would bring me into the mix, and guess what? I got over my fear. I might have shook a little bit. I might have, my voice might have shaken a little bit in the beginning, but it's okay. You know what? Because you did it. And once you do it, guess what? You knock that fear out. You punch it right in the face, and guess what? Now you're able to do it again, and you'll say to yourself, oh, that wasn't so bad. And then there's going to come a time when you do it over and over and over again. That's why repetition is so key. Repetition is the key to all learning, because of the fact the more and more you do it, guess what? The more powerful you're going to get. Just like I had a hard time standing up in front of a room, and even when I started doing TLC, you guys may not have known, I still had a little bit of fear in me. And every time I would have to go in front of the room, these butterflies would come and I would start to get hot and I would start to sweat and I would be like, oh my gosh. But one thing about it is Pam McCray don't like to be embarrassed. But guess what? Now I don't even get those butterflies like that anymore. I can feel it. I'm passionate, but because I've done it so many different times, I'm so confident in this information. I'm so confident in where we're going. I'm so confident and I believe so hard that we're going to help 1,000 families make 6 figures this year that there's no time for any fear. We got to take action. We got to stay focused. So just remember, all of that, team, as we are building this business, getting this thing done, that is going to take, all of that in order to make it happen. So, now let's go back so that we can keep moving along in this so that you know exactly what you need to do in order to go director. I know we talked about retail briefly. You got to make sure that you are going out and retailing the product. Okay, very, very, very important. Do you or anyone you know want to lose 5 pounds in 5 days? Very simple. Lead with the product. Retail is very, very imperative. You want to ask some questions if you're calling people that you know are potential customers. What are you currently taking for a vitamin? Do you need help with energy? Ask questions. Become great at asking questions over here and learn to listen. Sometimes we don't listen and we talk so much when we really need to be listening, but also we want to make sure that we ask the right questions. Start immediately with getting customers. You want to make sure that you build you a customer base. And remember that repeat customers can turn into a preferred customer, okay? Meaning you can actually set them up on an auto ship. Remember, everything that we do over here at TLC, we are paid off of volume. So every product has some volume attached to it. So your goal is to get you some customers that now are committed to your product. And when you get those customers on retail, know that it's very important that you don't just stop there, because you want to make sure that you follow up with those customers. You want to make sure that you go back to them. See, it's not enough just to follow up with your business partners, but go back to your customers and find out, hey, I just want to check on you and see what your testimony is thus far on the product. Hey, I see that you ordered this, Well, I wanted to let you know that we just came out with this, and I wanted to introduce you to it. Have you heard that we now have 3D fiber lashes in our possession? So you follow up and build a very strong customer base, and I guarantee you what's going to end up happening because you built a relationship with them, one or two things can happen. Either now you're able to do what we call retail to recruit and turn that person into a recruit, because now they're very passionate about the products, and you can simply say, hey, you continue to order from me, but what if I could show you how you can actually attach an income to this, where you can earn some additional income, an extra $250 to $1,000 a week? Would you want to know more? If that person doesn't, is not interested in the income side, well, now you ask for referrals. Retail is very, very strong. So, it's very key, because as you're getting things going, as you're building your business, know that you can lean upon retail to put some immediate income into your pocket. And that's the goal here, is to put some money into your pocket very, very quickly. All right. So just remember that. The next thing that we want to talk about in the How to Go Director training is the process. See, it's a very simple process that you want to make sure that you are doing over here. Okay, obviously expose. We've been talking about that. You want to expose this business to everybody you know. Remember, your fortune is in your follow-up. The three-way calls, plugging people into the business, the new business partners, doing a lifeline, and you want to begin again. It's something called PS3. You pique the interest, you show the plan, and you do a three-way call. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So now you might be saying, and I know I have a lot of information, but you might be saying, okay, well, what is a three-way call? Okay, I'm gonna quickly go over a three-way call. Very, very powerful. It simply means that now you've put somebody in front of the information. They've listened to the opportunity call, the 24-hour call. And now you edify. You edify the person that you're working with. You edify your upline leader. And you simply say, hey, you ask them a question. What did you like most about what you just heard or what you just saw? And now you edify. First you agree with them. Okay, if they say, well, I like the fact that I could lose some weight and I could get paid. You know what? That's what attracted me to TLC. Because when I looked at this compensation plan and I saw this product, absolutely. But now you edify. Listen, I'm working with this couple who's been able to do some amazing things. And you know what? They have a commitment to helping 1,000 families make 6 figures this year. And they thought that if I found somebody who they might be able to work with and you're interested, that I could connect them. So now you're doing the connecting. You're actually connecting that person to your upline to now help you close the deal. So very, very quickly, that's a three-way call, and not enough of those take place, because we're gonna help you to close the deal. But you gotta make sure that you are edifying, okay? That is very key, because I can always tell when there's a three-way call and there's been no edification, because there's no respect on the line. Because the person gets on the phone and they're like, and they don't have questions, or there's a whole lot going on in the background. They're at the grocery store, they're doing something, they're not even paying attention, really and truly. They really don't even know why you put them on the phone. So remember, the whole purpose is that you gotta edify in order for the three-way call to be effective. And when you do that, then that's when things are going to change as far as, being able to help you close the deal. So that's a part of the process that you want to end up going through here at TLC in order to take your business to the next level. The three-way call I kind of just talked about. I'm gonna go over briefly on the screen with you, the power of the three-way call. See, what it does is it bridges the prospect, you and the upline all together, okay? Because edification is the key. That person may trust you, okay? But they don't respect you in order to be able to help them to build this business. So now when you do that three-way call, it's going to bridge the professional, the person, your upline leader who's got the accomplishments and the information, knows all the facts, 100% of the facts. Now you put them on the line with your prospect. And so now they trust you, they respect your upline leader because you've edified the story and what they've been able to do. And now you bridge that all together. So it's also going to validate you because we give it back up to you. We let them know, hey, you connected with a very powerful person in our organization. And remember, people want to know 3 things. Is it real? Can they do it? Will they have some help? So when you do that, they know that this opportunity goes beyond just you. Remember the power of connection and being plugged in. So not only are they going to get into this business and have you, okay, but they're also now going to have someone else to help them achieve their goals. So it's going to help you to close the deal, ladies and gentlemen. So you got to remember that. The next thing, moving right along after that, is the fact that, hold on, I I got this. The power of two. This is how you go director, okay? Because obviously your first goal when you get into TLC is that you want to make sure that you get yourself binary qualified. You want to make sure that you get 2 in 72, a person on your left, a person on your right, in order to now get things going over here at TLC. So you get that person on your left, you get that person on your right, and now you have activated the binary. And when you activate the binary, hold on. All right, and when you activate the binary, now you are, give me 1 second. Okay, got this. Okay, now you are binary qualified, and it has now activated that third way of pay, the hybrid binary. And as you can see on the screen, I show the $500 pack. So you come in with the $500 pack. This is just an example. We have 8 different ways that a person can get into the business. One person on the left, one person on the right has now activated that binary. Okay, so you're now binary qualified. Now your next goal is to go director. When you go director, it's going to increase that binary check, okay? Because now you're gonna go from 10% to 12% on that binary. It also activates the fourth way of pay, which is the check match. And as you can see, when you attach your goal to the packages in order to get this thing done, 4 people on your left, 4 people on your right with that $500 pack in this example is 1,000 in volume on both sides. And based on this example, it's duplication because this person only bought in 2, and then those 2 went and got 2. And you see that one of those 2 just went and got 1 person, and director is done. So the key to this, ladies and gentlemen, is duplication taking place in your organization. And when you begin to plug people into the system, you begin to plug people into your upline, that's when you're gonna see that the duplication begins to happen over here within your organization as you're growing it and building it. Now, also, I wanna talk about quickly the virtual grand openings. And you wanna make sure that you are launching your business. See, the purpose of the BGO, the private call or the launch call, is to get your business started fast. Okay, you want to make your initial investment back very, very quickly. By doing a launch call, it puts you into profit mode right away. Remember, there's that duplication once again, and it helps to drive your organization deep. So a virtual grand opening, when you get into this business and you create that list, you should be doing one within the first 24 to 72 hours. Nate and I, this is one of the ways, the key, one of the ways that we have really been able to have tremendous success over here at TLC, because when we saw that the home parties weren't happening fast enough, we began to implement these into our organization. And now between the 2 of us, we knock out anywhere between 3 and 6 calls a night launching people's businesses or relaunching, because you can always do another call and go back. And we work with our team to let them know, how do you go back to these people, even though you may have reached out to them once again, with posture. Because remember, it's all about posture over here at TLC. We don't beg, sell, plead anybody to do anything. You got to have that confidence. And so the launch call is one of the ways that you're able to get your business going very, very quickly. The importance is a private call. It's personal, just for you. It also shows the person that you invited on the line that timing and positioning is very important. It instills the fear of loss because you have some top positions. You thought about them first, and guess what? You're giving them the opportunity to go ahead and lock in those top positions. And what it's also going to do is move people to action, which is the ultimate goal over here at TLC, is you want to move some people to action. So remember the launch call and the BGO. If you have not done one, you want to make sure that you get into action and do your launch call. I want to make sure also that we do not forget. See, these are all the activities that you need to do in order to knock out director. You want to make sure that you're doing the wow transformation parties. Set a budget and have some inventory on hand. Your goal from a home party, a wow party, is to get you some customers. Your second goal is to get you some recruits. But your first and foremost is to focus on your customers. So when you do a home party, you want to make sure that you master a couple things. You want to make sure that you master 3 stories. Your story. What is your story? The company story. your upline leader's story. Ladies and gentlemen, one thing that I can say is that, for instance, your story, that's the reason why you want to make sure that you are a product of the product. I lost 20 pounds in 31 days. I'm feeling great. This product, the IASOT, has changed my life. Company story. How'd you get introduced to the company? I can remember the day when Coach Stormy Wellington handed me that little pack of tea and I threw it in my purse. I didn't think anything else about it. But I remember when she gave me that phone call. That's my story. That's my company story. How I got introduced. How did I actually get involved with this company, this product? And then your upline leader story. Very, very powerful. Shows connection. There's a young lady that I work closely with. She's not just my business partner. She's my coach. She's my friend. She's a sister to me. She's been able to do some amazing things in this industry. Was working a job, $13 an hour about 8 years ago. Became a documented millionaire her first 9 months in the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, she is a trailblazer. Came over here and earned $1 million in 7 months. And you know what? We got a vision. And that vision is that we're going to help 1,000 families make 6 figures. This is who I'm connected to. My upline story. You got to master these 3 stories. And then there's some products that you want to make sure that you have over, at your transformation party. Some key products that you want to make sure that you are having set up in order to, have a good wow party, in order to make sure that you not just have a good wow party, but also just to have in your inventory are a couple key products that I want to definitely share with all of you, on this hangout this morning. The IASOT, obviously, and you don't just want to give them a little 2-ounce cup, but you want people to drink at least 8 ounces. When they run out, tell them to go get more. You want people to really feel the effect before they even leave the party. And what's a good party is when before you end it, somebody's raising their hand. We did one the other day, and they're saying, you know what, I just want to say that IASOT works. Why? Because it already sent them to the bathroom. The NRG, all right, the IASO oil, the NutriBurst, the 3D fiber lashes, the Strike Up in Love. That's a product that you're going to have some fun with. And remember, there's 2 types of people in the room. There's customers, and there's customers who are looking for an opportunity. So remember that your focus within a home party is to get you some customers first and foremost. So you want to take a break. You want to poll the room. You want to talk about the products. Don't even talk about the income side, okay, of it. You can let them know, hey, listen, I know that there's 2 types of people in the room. There's some people who want to try the products. There may be some people in the room who are not just wanting to try the products, but they are looking for an opportunity. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a break. You can ask them first, hey, is there anyone who just came here for the products? Because you may have a room full after hearing them products that they all want to hear about the money. And if that's the case, keep moving forward in your presentation. But you may have half the room that say, I'm just here for the products. Okay, great. We're going to break for about 10 minutes. We're going to hand out these customer order forms. We're going to answer some questions, get your customers. Then you come back and now you finish out the presentation, so that now those people that were interested in the products can see how they can get the products and get into the business at the same time. Again, all of these activities are going to help you go director. Okay, so the home parties, you got to begin to implement those into your business in order to get this thing done. Director is not difficult, but when you begin to do these simple activities, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to find that now director is being knocked out. Okay, so just remember that. And don't forget, get a garment so that you can show at least one transformation. If you can only buy one garment, ladies, the Caprice is a great garment. Get like a size 36 in which a size 12, 14 can get into, or a size 40 in which a 16, 18 person can get into. But get you, at least one garment so that you can poll the room and find someone in that room that can actually do that transformation for you, which now is going to help, have even more fun in the room. Remember, a wow party is supposed to be fun. And so you want to make sure that you are having fun, ladies and gentlemen. The home party kit, not going to talk too much about this, but you want to make sure that you can get this into your possession. It's wonderful. It has some applications, some brochures, hand out the brochures, your Momentum magazine. These are all tools that are going to help you build your business here at TLC. Now, the power of events. Ladies and gentlemen, what I want to talk about is the events. Before we actually close out this hangout today on how to go director, you want to know how to get your business to the next level. Events change lives. We build from event to event over here. And when you end up missing an event that you qualify for, it literally can set your business back about 6 months, because we're not having another big major event for about 6 months. Events build belief. They build relationships. You're able to experience the culture, okay? You're going to grow. You're going to learn. You're going to develop. And I learned a long time ago, ladies and gentlemen, that you never miss an event that you qualify for. And so as a result of that, we all know right now that all roads lead to New Orleans. Okay, so if you have not gotten your ticket, you want to make sure that you go to TLCfrontrow.com for our red carpet event that's about to take place in less than 2 weeks with none other than Carl Payne and Vivica Fox and John Maxwell, some next level training, ladies and gentlemen, that is truly going to elevate your business to the next level. See, I learned a long time ago that when I realized that I did not need to miss an event, I did whatever I had to do in order to get there. And, you know, I can remember there were many a times in which financially we didn't know how we was going to do it. We was living paycheck to paycheck. But one thing I could say is that I'm so thankful for my husband, because he was always so supportive. And he was like, you know what, if you can figure out a way, then, you know, have at it. So it wasn't a lot of events that we were able to attend together. There were a few, but not very many. But I would do what I had to do. If I had to go on eBay, I became a master eBay seller. Okay, whatever was. Matter of fact, I had to tell my kids, y'all better watch out, because I am selling some stuff up around here. Okay? But literally, you know, I would do what I had to do. If there was something in my closet, a coat, a purse that I no longer needed, oh, it was on eBay and it was being sold. Okay, and so I got to an event. But there were a lot of times in which I went to an event. It was a struggle. I didn't know how I was going to eat. I might have eaten fries all weekend, a hamburger, had a drink, and I would be like, no, I'm fine. I knew I was starving. But you know what? I always grew. It elevated me. And I'm thankful for those moments, because it was all a part of my story. And so when you know the power of events, it is going to change your life. And I guarantee you, when we start posting and we take over and we create a tsunami on social media, your business is going to elevate. When people start seeing the success that's happening here at TLC, financially, health-wise, all of these lives being changed, people losing weight, getting their health back, the power of events. So you got to know that you do not want to miss New Orleans, ladies and gentlemen, because all roads lead to New Orleans. But before I close out this hangout today, you know, I definitely want to just quickly, briefly, just share with you, for those of you, because there's some back office trainings, but I'm going to share a couple different things, point out, maybe go over maybe about 5 minutes, and just share a few things that I want to point out on the back office. But you know what, the big thing that I wanted to make sure that I got across today was making sure that each and every one of you knew exactly the right activity in order to go ahead and get it done here at TLC. Because at the end of the day, that is what it's all about, is making sure that you are doing the right activity in order to build your business. And if you don't know the right activity, or you don't begin to do the right activity, then guess what, ladies and gentlemen, the success that you're looking for is not going to happen. So if you're new to TLC, there's definitely some trainings online that you can jump on YouTube in order to grow your business, in order to learn this back office. But just wanted to point out a couple things. This is a back office, an account that I have, that Nate and I have, that it's not a real, it's just a placeholder in our organization. So just know that when you log into your back office, our overview is very, very powerful. There's a lot that you can actually do on this screen. It's gonna share with you since the last time that you've been on, you know, any information that has actually taken place within your organization. This is not always right, because I logged into this a little while ago and it had new enrollments and things that had fallen down below this actual position. But know that there's some tools back here that you can do. You can actually enroll a new rep from this screen. You can actually check out your auto ship. But there's some resources back here that you can check out that are very, very powerful. Anything that you want to know, you click on resources. And now there's some questions that you can actually click on. You want to know about your auto ships. Can you move somebody to the opposite leg once you've actually enrolled them into this business? So the resources tab is very, very powerful. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you don't just get into TLC, but you begin to learn your back office, learn your business. Okay, I just want to make sure. You guys are seeing what I'm seeing. Okay, and then your organization tab. Very, very powerful tab, because here it is going to show your latest rep enrollments that actually fall down below you, not just personals. These are people that fall down below you, because this is an organization that's not being built. But as you can see, there's some reps that's falling down below this organization. But here you can enroll a new rep right from this screen. If you click it, now it's going to take you to where you can actually enroll someone into your business. You select the country, and boom, you're ready to now enroll somebody into the business. And what you want to do is you want to come back here and just learn your back office. Begin to click. It's okay. Click until you figure it out. Click until you learn. New customer, your downline information, your downline reports, personally enrolled. If you enroll someone into your business, it's now going to turn into some personally sponsored people or personally enrolled people that have now joined your business. So as you can see, these are just some names, again, placeholders in this organization. And the holding tank is something that's more advanced. If you want to know more about the holding tank, again, go back to resources. Anything that you want to know, you can check out resources on. Orders is another one. Okay, well, let me go back to auto ship. Okay, remember I talked about auto ship early on in this training. Your auto ship is very, very important. Remember, it is going to guarantee you your paycheck. So you want to make sure that you have an auto ship set up. Nate and I have a couple different places in our organization, just spots. And so this is one in which I actually just set up this auto ship, because when I logged in today, I was not very happy, because I realized that I had this position I had it binary qualified. But because we received so many products coming to our household, I didn't realize that the auto ship never went, or was never set up on this one, really, or something happened. I don't know. But anyway, the auto ship wasn't happening. So I actually went in and set up a new auto ship profile. So if you don't have an auto ship, you just simply click on add new profile, and you can now go in and select whatever product that you want coming into your household every month. So if you want to be on that 120 QB, then you want to make sure that you're selecting 3 products that have at least that amount in volume. Because know that if you choose the ISO oil, which is somewhere on here, but know that if you choose the ISO oil, we pay $30 for it, but it only has maybe I can't remember what the volume is on that, but not 40. So you got to make sure that you're putting at least 120. The products have the volume attached to it. And know that if you want to know the volume that's attached to the products, that when you go to trainingtlcreps.com, there's a document under forms that gives you all of the volumes that's attached to the different products. And then orders. Orders is another important tab. Again, remember, see, these are all the personal orders that's taking place in this business. Okay, so it's actually set up. This one actually is set up on auto ship. The auto ship failed underneath a different business. So this business was not binary qualified. But another thing that I always tell people that they want to look at on Thursday night before closeout, definitely, is to make sure once you get binary qualified, that you log into your back office and check this report. Now, mind you, this report is not real time, but it can definitely help you to look at it. So even doing it the day before is not a bad idea. But this personally enrolled performance report. See, had I looked at this, I would have noticed that this organization was not binary qualified. See, because I put a person on the left, I put a person on the right, yes to active, but listen, no to this one, okay? And so what ended up happening, because this organization was not binary qualified, is this. Let me show you. These are all the other. Okay, so what ended up happening is when you're not binary qualified, is it is now going to affect your carryover volume, okay? Now, commissions, these are obviously where, again, this is not an organization that's not being built, but if there were some paychecks coming through here, you would see all the paychecks, your commissions taking place over here. You see the volume that's building over here in this organization. But if you click on carryover volume, that's the one reason why you want to make sure you're getting binary qualified, because you're going to now begin to build some carryover volume. So look, you see this organization had like almost 17,000 before something happened. I don't know. Perhaps I don't know, credit card or something expired. But anyway, something happened and look, it all flushed. And so now that I went back in and I put the auto ship underneath that person that went inactive, that carryover volume is now going to begin to build. So that's the reason why you want to make sure that you're paying attention to your organization, ladies and gentlemen. You want to make sure that you're coming back here and you're learning exactly what you need to learn in order to operate your business. See, this back office is going to pretty much do everything for you, but you got to know certain things to look at in order to make sure you're on point with your organization. So just get back here, click. Obviously, if you want to order some tools, shop TLC, your Momentum magazine, different promotional items, you can actually come back here and get. We also have another site that you guys can go to if you're looking for, like, for instance, if you're looking for the banner that a lot of us have, that all of the leaders have, and a lot of people have gotten with the 24-hour recorded call. You want to know how you can order that. You can come to the totalsuccessstore.com and be able to get that particular banner in order to build your business. It's moving kind of slow, but as you can see, you can get some tools off of this website also. So ladies and gentlemen, that is, some of the information that I really wanted to share this morning. I know I went very quickly through the back office, but there is back office training. But I truly believe that the most important thing is that you know the right activity to get this thing done. And so when you take all of these things that I shared with you this morning, and again, in 1 hour, I was only able to share so much. There's a lot more detailed information that can actually be been given in order to really know exactly the meat and the potatoes on what to do. But these are the activities necessary in order to go director. So when you understand that you gotta do certain things, and you gotta not just do it one time, but you gotta get very consistent at doing these things. You gotta get very consistent at picking up the phone. You gotta get very consistent at putting someone on the 10 o'clock call or the 24-hour recorded call. You gotta make sure that you're very consistent in getting on all of the team training calls so that now you know exactly what to do in order to grow your business. You gotta get very consistent at attending local events, national events when they take place. Whenever they happen, you got to make sure you get very consistent at this. You got to make sure you get very consistent at doing the 3-way calls. When you put someone in front of the information, that you now connect that person, I need a drink, to someone that can help you close the deal. You got to get very good and consistent at doing the lifelines. A lifeline, I didn't even really touch on that, but what a lifeline is going to give life to your organization. Meaning when someone gets into your business, you now want to reconnect them to your upline leader who can actually help you to move them along, to say, hey, John just got started, and guess what? He's got his list done, boom, 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 ready to do his VGO. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you today. It is time to go director. As I close out this webinar this morning, I just want to say, all roads lead to New Orleans. You do not want to miss it. You want to go out today, get your ticket if you don't have it, to TLCfrontrow.com, because I know without a shadow of a doubt that 2016 is the year of miracles. And I know that here within our organization, we have a commitment that we're going to help 1,000 families, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all see that? So thankful for Coach Stormy blessing me with this diamond necklace. That we're going to help 1,000 families make 6 figures this year, 2016. It's not a question of will we get it done. It's a question of will you be one. I believe you can do it. So let's go out. Let's make it happen. Happy, happy day. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of you in New Orleans in a week and a half. Woohoo! All right, let's get it done. All right. Bye-bye. National Director Pam McCray. Absolutely. Nate and I going global. Bye-bye.